everybody, it's Timmy here. So listen, I got a kind of a important announcement today, and I know I don't got a lot of subscribers yet, and I know I don't got a lot of followers and people who really care what the hell I have to say about the world of politics, entertainment, and film, but someday you will. So listen up. So I've been watching the Republican National Convention all week. Night one, I thought was just kind of a mess. And I said that in my reviews. Although there were some strong speeches, like from Patricia Smith, the night ended with Melania Trump talking about Donald Trump, and come to find out it was all plagiarized all to hell from a 2008 Michelle Obama speech. But at the end of the day, after today, there's tomorrow, right? And tomorrow's when Donald Trump gives his speech, and then the Republican National Convention will come to a close. Whether Donald Trump gets a bounce, that's up to the American voters, and that's kind of up to the media. The media is going to say probably, well, there's not much of a bounce, but there's still pretty 50-50. That's my prediction. My prediction is Donald Trump gets no bounce out of this convention unless he, blows the roof off the joint in Cleveland, which I doubt is the case whatsoever. But here's the reason why I'm doing this video. With my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt on. Turtle power! Alright, here's the reason why I'm doing this. One is because I absolutely deplore Donald Trump. I can proudly say, back in December of 2015, my mother and I, yes, Timmy's mom and Timmy, got kicked out of the Donald Trump rally in Burlington, Vermont. It was all over the news. It was all over MSNBC and all the other networks covering Donald Trump in Bernie Sanders' backyard. And my mom and I were there, ardent Bernie Sanders supporters. And we stood in line for 10 freaking hours being ardent Bernie Sanders supporters. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Burlington, Vermont, or Vermont in general, but usually in December or whatever, it gets really freaking cold out. It's like unbearably cold out. And we stood in line unbearably cold for 10 hours. Not to boo Donald Trump, not to say we hate Donald Trump, not to say Bernie! Nothing like that. It was because we were just there because we wanted to see Donald freaking Trump. The second we get into the theater, we get Secret Service guys and Donald Trump security throwing us out of the arena. We just got thrown right out of the Flint Theater in Burlington. I know it's not exciting. It's not like some heroic tale of Timmy really stuck it to the man. Timmy said, "Fuck you, Trump," out loud, and said, no, nothing like that happened. There was actually a lot more protesters who got a lot farther than I did. But for some reason, I was all over Gawker and MSNBC because I was like the first protester, Bernie supporter getting kicked out of the arena. I don't know. But anyways, here's what I'm here to tell you. And I'm sorry, this is a long roundabout way of trying to talk to you folks about something very important. Very, 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 very important. I mean, this goes to the heart of our democracy and who we are as a nation. This is how important this is. And I don't do videos like this often. As you can tell, this thing is not hypercutted to death. This is just Timmy talking to you directly. You, the viewer. You, the YouTube viewer. You, the American. You, the person, citizen, world citizen watching this, wherever you are. This is me talking to you about the presidential race. All along, I was pro-Bernie. I love Bernie Sanders. I love everything he stands for. I have a little history, a tiny history with the Sanders family. I used to work at a local store that Jane Sanders used to come into and grab her lunch every day. Everybody used to talk to Jane. Jane's a lovely lady. So the Sanders are well known in Burlington. They're well known in Vermont, right? And Vermonters love Bernie Sanders. If there's one thing Vermonters stand behind, it's Bernie Sanders. It's not because he's a socialist. It's not because he's crazy Bernie. It's because he's common sense. He's a common sense politician. And, some other senators would be like, well, my state has 2-3 million people in it. Bernie Sanders only has 600,000 in his. Oh. Well, that may be true. And that may be why Vermonters feel so personal with Bernie Sanders, because they feel like he is their next door neighbor. Because practically, till this very day, you could pretty much walk right up into Bernie Sanders' office in Burlington, Vermont and be like, hi, is Bernie here? One of Bernie's staffers here, I'd like to speak to him, and usually speak to somebody. Bernie's a very accessible guy. And that's what people loved about him. Even the Secret Service, when he had Secret Service protection and he was walking down the streets in California, he would tell the Secret Service, give me a second, I want to hug these people, greet these everyday American people. That's what people loved about Bernie Sanders, is he was the every other American, like he was the people's president. He was going to be the people's president. He was the people's nominee. Now, I know there's going to be this huge backlash of Hillary Clinton got far more votes than Bernie Sanders. Hillary Clinton, she's the one who won after all. Hillary Clinton, she got 3 million more votes than Bernie Sanders. Blah, 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 blah. Bernie Sanders already endorsed Hillary Clinton. Blah, blah, blah. I understand that. I get that. I'm not dumb myself. I totally understand Hillary Clinton is the nominee for the Democratic Party, and she has a good chance of winning the presidency. But, huge buts in there. Ever since the indictment failed, and ever since FBI Director James Comey came out with his he didn't indict her, but he brought out the dirty laundry. Okay, and he did everything but indict her pretty much. He slandered her character. He basically said she did not know how to handle classified information. He said she was careless in how she handled the information. And then there was the hearings in Congress where Loretta Lynch testified, the United States Attorney General Loretta Lynch, and James Comey testified again, and the Republicans went ham. I mean, they went ham. They have sucked this whole, if Benghazi and Hillary scandals was a dick, the Republicans will still be sitting there. That's what it pretty much is, right? It would be the never-ending dick suck fest for the Republicans, all right? But there's been a thesis to all this. There's been a purpose, right? It's to bring down Hillary Clinton's candidacy. It's to make sure the Democratic Party does not hold on to the White House for another 4 to 8 years. That's why the Republicans did this. It isn't a coincidence that the terrorist attack in Benghazi and then all these Hillary emails and everything have been pounded on for the past couple of years. It's not a coincidence. Now, here's my take on it, okay? And you take this with a grain of salt. I'm not a political consultant. I just have my bachelor's degree. I'm not some like poli-sci major in school, but I've been following politics for a very long time, okay? They're going to give Hillary everything they got. And they're going to give any progressive candidate everything they got. Donald Trump has got the full Republican Party's backing. I know some of you are going to say, well, not all. Only Bob Dole attended the convention out of all the past Republican presidential nominees. I know that's what you're going to say. And I also know you're going to say, like, there's plenty of Republicans that don't want him to be the candidate or the nominee for a Republican ticket. I know that. But the fact of the matter is that Trump did a power grab, his family did a power grab, the party helped him do a power grab, and he's the nominee. Donald Trump is a sociopath. Donald Trump is a pathological liar. Donald Trump is a guy, he's like a fucking swing. Once he starts swinging, he just keeps going, even if there's no one on it. You just watch that go back and forth. No, yep, no, yep, no, yep. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. I love Bernie Sanders. I love him with all my heart. And if he was the nominee, I'd be grinning from ear to ear, okay? And I'll admit, there was a younger Timmy Mims about 8-10 years ago that was all in for Hillary. I loved Hillary. And a part of me still wants to love Hillary because, nobody wants to believe that somebody's corrupt. And, I admired Hillary when I was a little boy. I admired her as a teenager. I admired her after 9/11. And I still admire her for just her ambition alone. I'm not against having a female president. I am not against having a woman hold the office. I'm not against that at all. And as many nasty, critical things as I've said about Hillary Clinton, I'm not against Hillary Clinton. Okay? What I'm against is just her lying, her inauthenticity, her skating around the truth. I want her to level with the American people. I want her to be the leader she was born to be. She wants to hold the highest office in the land. Well, start fucking acting like it. Act like you have a pair of balls, even though you don't have a pair. I know you have it in you, Hillary. The Democratic Party has chosen you as their nominee for a reason. And some of those may be pretty scandalous, and the progressives, like me in the party, wouldn't agree with it. But on the other end, you are the lesser of two evils at this point. You are a strong, capable, powerful, intelligent woman, Hillary Clinton. I think you can take this election, and I know in my heart you deserve to be the next president of the United States. That's with a whole nother side note. Maybe I'll do another video on why she shouldn't be the next president. But right now I'm telling you, her, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton should be the next fucking president of the United States. If Donald Trump becomes president, we're going to see instability with foreign policy. We're going to see instability with our economy. We're going to see instability across our whole federal government. We are going to see a day of reckoning that this country has not seen since September 11, 2001. Now, there are hardcore conservatives out there who will tell you that Donald Trump is the best thing for this country. But ladies and gentlemen, as someone who witnessed how his campaign operates, as a victim, my mother and myself being victims of how his campaign operates, I will tell you this. A president, or a person who wants to be president, who pushes others out of the way to usher in those who cater to them and only them, is no president of the American people. A true president will listen to the opposing voices, will listen to all voices. That's a president. And as much as it breaks my heart that Bernie Sanders is not going to be our nominee, I truly believe that Hillary Clinton is the only alternative that there is. Now, if Jill Stein was in all 50 states, on the ballot in all 50 states, I'll say, go Jill Stein, vote Jill Stein. And I had a Twitter feed a few months ago being like, vote for Jill Stein if Bernie doesn't make it. But I'm being a realist, and I'm leveling with you. For fuck's sake, put down your pride. Put down the dream of Bernie or bust. Please put it aside. Please. Your country depends on it. Your citizens depend on it. Your kids, your grandkids, and the future of your country depends on it. I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary because I'm a traitor or because I've just lost my spine. I'm asking you to vote for Hillary so our country stands a chance. That's the whole thing here. America deserves to keep going. America is the greatest country on the planet. And a vote for Hillary is not a vote where you shame yourself and stay in a corner and be like, oh God, I can't believe I did that. No. A vote for Hillary is resilience against hypocrisy, against hatred, against racism, against nepotism, xenophobia. Ladies and gentlemen, Hillary may not be perfect, but what in this world is? Please support Hillary Clinton. I'm asking you Bernie or bust people, please find it in your heart. What would you rather have? 4 to 8 years of hate and racism, xenophobia? Or would you rather have 4 to 8 years of someone who will try to work across the aisle and keep this country going? It's not about Hillary. It's not about Donald. Definitely not about Bernie. It's about us. I think what's best for us is voting for the most qualified person to be president of the United States, the person who stands the best chances, and the person who will at least meet us in the middle. Donald will never give you such a satisfaction of meeting you in the middle. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, please click, share, subscribe. Of course, I always love to hear your comments, even though I don't have many subscribers. I'm Timmy Mim, signing out for now. Love and peace, everybody. Your conscience will decide the fate of America. Bye.